Turn down the music. It's she, you know, I'm a woman, in case you didn't know yet. Okay, now I turned off the music. How can you hear me? Okay, and okay, now I turn the music. Okay, slowly turning it up. Slowly, slowly. Can you still? Can you still hear me and the music? So, how is it now? So, so you can hear me, but you can still hear the music. Okay? Okay, so okay, a little, and we'll get there. We're getting there. will be just fine. So, how about now? Cool down. Okay. I will need to talk a little louder, I guess. I turned it down a little more, so how is it now? Okay, okay. Looks like this is fine. Okay, so yes, we got it. Thanks, guys. Amazing, awesome, perfect. Yay. Also, reminder, I'm Czech. English, not my native language. So please bear with me with my pronunciation, and sometimes I just have to stop. Sometimes I just have to stop to remember certain words. So please bear with me, okay? Okay, so now we can start. So let's turn this off and put the something else. Yep. Okay, so let's get this off. Okay. Okay, you should see the sign now, and we can start. I was hoping to have a camera on, a webcam, but since it's evening here, and considering the lighting in my room, nothing can be really seen, so it's not worth it. So we will just work with the voice and music. But there, guys, welcome to the scene, and so welcome to the stream. And today we are going to the Cloudchic. For those who follow me, you may be already familiar with my silhouette over here. But I will need a new silhouette because this one is old, a few months old, and doesn't look as I wanted. But yeah, this is silhouette, and this is his sworn enemy, the Cloudchic. Because Chocobo stuff. So I got this stupid idea. So today we're going to do this little thing. I wanted to do something silly. I also think this will make a very nice sticker design. So let's do this. As you can see, he has everything. He has his boots, his pants, and even a sword. But yeah, he has no hands. So I guess he will was the sword in his beak. The sketch is practically done. It was done on the last stream. So today we'll just make a line it, color it, shade it, all that good stuff. And don't be shy to talk to me or ask something, or you can just have some conversation. Let's make this a comfy little place for all of us. Okay, let's do it. one more thing. If any one of you feels very generous and you want to help me in some way, there is my coffee. There's my coffee link. You can make a donate, and I actually can't wait for someone to make a donation when I'm streaming, because I set up a very funny sound for it, and I hope we will be able to test it very soon. Also, maybe also sorry, I may be a little shabby or a little hasty on streaming. It's been years since I did this. I was actually streaming few years ago, but I stopped for reasons, mainly because I had much older computer that I switched just this year, and he wasn't handling it very well. So with this new machine, I can do it again. But I'm not used to it, so it might get some time to get used, get you know, get better. But yeah, guys, please talk to me. I like to talk when streaming, because otherwise it's just that awkward silence, and when there's awkward silence, I feel very awkward and thinking about stuff to say. I will put that. Also, I have plans for the next streams. On the last stream, when I was making this, before that I do that EV, and I will be making all evolutions because I want to make them into stickers, like the full evolution set. So that will be happening on the next streams, and random things that I come up with. Software. This is Paint Tool size, so it's not Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop only for things like speech bubbles and editing, but for drawing I'm using Paint Tool. So it's quite an old software, like very old. Very. I know that today mainstream is not really Photoshop anymore. If I'm correct, it's Paint Studio, Clip Paint Studio, I think it's called, or some how was it called, Manga Studio. Like, it's not really a mainstream drawing software today, but I'm using it because I'm used to it and I don't want to change it. Mainly with what Photoshop is doing right now. If you have read the fiasco about them stealing all your data, and I think Paint Studio is not much better. I'm just used to this old software. It's working well with my Wacom tablet, and I won't change it. So if you can get it somewhere, it's, as I said, it's old. It's old, so I think you should get it somewhere. If you can download it, pirate it, oh no, forgot forbidden word. But yeah, it's old. I'm not even sure if there are newer versions of Photoshop of this thing of Sai. Not sure. I'm very content and happy with this one. But if you are looking for a stable, yes, it's one thing. It's much more stable than Photoshop. Photoshop is crashing all the time. It's practically a running joke. This thing is very stable. It's simple to use, so that's what I'm using for everything. But yeah, it can do things like add text, add font, and Photoshop is more. It has much more features, but if you just want to draw, I go with this. because I just don't want to update for no reason. Keta, I never actually heard of Keta before. Never heard of it. I know there are many many drawing softwares, but you know, things used to be that Photoshop was the meta practically. It was the main thing. Everyone was using it, and later everyone skipped to other things. Like there are still people that use Photoshop, but it's not like they're not the biggest ones anymore. So yeah. I think everyone should use what they prefer the most, like what is most comfortable for you. Oh yeah, GIMP. I also remember GIMP. GIMP wasn't GIMP. I don't think GIMP was ever the biggest thing under the sun, but some people were using it. Yeah, so let's put him in the ugly soldier sweater. Because as we know from Final Fantasy, everyone is wearing an ugly soldier sweater. That's a great shield. What a great armor, a piece of clothing. Unlike Sephiroth, Sephiroth just decided that he won't wear that and goes around practically shirtless. Good question. Those things I paid, but if I'm correct, most drawing softwares I paid, but I'm not sure about GIMP. I think GIMP was free.
GIMP is free.
I think GIMP was.
GIMP is free.
I think GIMP is free.
Here's your tea, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think GIMP is free.
Yes, it is.
Was free. Photoshop was always paid. It to me, but I don't even know whether that's how old it is. Yes, I remember. Like, I didn't have it in university, but when I ended the high school, and I was waiting to get to university and was looking for a job. I got, I think, a qualification. I think that's how it can be called in the English. It was a course for, you know, improving your graphic designs, learning how to use Photoshop. So I spent like a week going to the big city and learning how to use Photoshop, all those buttons that I never used. I got a certificate and it was practically never useful to me, but I have it. just look at him. He's so edgy and but full of angst and ready to fight Sephiroth. And please don't ask me where I get the stupid ideas. I just had a few months ago. I was like, Sephiroth, yeah, that will make a good mix. And then I was like, what Pokemon does the Cloud what Pokemon could be Cloud? And I was like, oh yeah, he looks like a Chocobo. That's the running gag in the community. So of course he needs to be Cloudchic. It's a small chicken. I'm also not used anymore to draw in the night. I used to do it when I was streaming. Oh god, Uncle Aya. Uncle Aya. Oh no. Oh god. It is disaster. Is Cloud a bird or a penguin? As you can see, well, the running gag is that, look at him, and, wait a minute, I'll find it. Just look at him. To be exactly this part, to be exact. And then look at this thing. Yeah, but looks quite similar. They actually made an official joke out of it in the rebirth. So how was it? Oh yes, they actually made the official joke out of it in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So the second remake game, as you can see. So yeah, he's the chicken man in all of its glory, and that's how I got the idea after this Sephiroth. Maybe one day, maybe one day, I will do them fight. Also, was there any coffee alight? Because I wasn't watching. Oh, echoing. Maybe I would need to get a better mic for this because I'm using the headset, and it seems like the mic is not as good as I thought a few years ago when I was buying it. Also, was there any coffee alight on the chat on the stream? Oh no, because I can see it over here. We're gonna have to watch for me. Or maybe I set it up and it doesn't work because everything I set up doesn't work. Not that good with tech actually. God damn it, so I didn't set it up right. Wait. Jesus, I really suck at this. I really suck when it comes to setting up things. You know, it should make a little nice sound. God damn it. Oh, it needs to reconnect. It needs to reconnect, so maybe that is why it doesn't work. Oh God. So maybe that's why it didn't work. Okay, so I see the alert works, but where's the sound? It should play sound. God. It should be playing the sound. God damn it. Now I guess I will have to figure that out. Because it should be playing sound and I also could die. No, it doesn't do a thing. God damn it. Oh, sorry guys, I promised you a funny sound, but it's like I didn't set it up right, as always. I have to screw it up somehow. Okay, I will try to fix it later for the next stream, because this is really pissing me off. I even cut it out from the YouTube and then uploaded it and it doesn't work, so sorry guys. And about the heat, yeah. Yeah, the Czech Republic is really suffering from the heat last few years. Like right now, it's not that bad because few years ago, maybe like 3-4 years, we had a really bad line of heat and drought. Everything around here was totally drought. There wasn't any green grass. It was all yellow and sharp. I remember we actually went out for a picnic and took a picnic blanket. We put it down on the ground, on the so-called grass. And what happened? It actually made the holes in the blanket. That's how sharp and hard it was because it was so hot. No water. Even the forest were totally drowned because when it was hot and there was drought, some infection from one of the bugs spread it and it was all brown. It was very horrible to look at, and I remember those were just horrible years, like horrible summers. But thankfully, it started to rain again, and then nature actually recovered. So I'm glad it did. So it doesn't look bad. I'm so glad whatever, that we get what everything is going again, but yeah, it's still hot in here, like very hot. It's very hot, but you know, it also depends on where you live, because for me personally, it might be better than for some other people. Okay, well, thank you for coming. Good night. Good day. But you know, for some people it might be worse than for me, because when I was no, not when I was, but it depends on where you live. Because personally, I live in a small town with not that many people, and we are surrounded. And we are, you know, we are surrounded by the forests, and it's not a big city, so it's much cool around here than in the big cities. Like when we are going to big city over here, it's like you are being fried on the ground. It's like it's totally unbearable. I don't know how people can live in big cities in such weather. If I'm correct, I actually saw some article or a video that on the ground in the big city, when it's a very hot summer, the ground can have like 70 Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, but 70 Celsius is a very scary thing about. But again, thankfully I'm not living in the big city. It's much cooler here. But even with that, it's sometimes it's just unbearable. We also don't have climatization at home. Oh god, 158 Fahrenheit. God damn it. Oh,
My turtle.
oh my turtle. Oh god. Well, yeah, good thing not living there. Also, I think that number went for the back, like you know, Czech Republic, the main capital, back, back, back. So that's so yeah, but that we could sell that as a tourist attraction. That if you want to experience 70 Celsius ground, go to back. Also, I think this should be Saffield song. Oh yes, it is. Oh, that reminds me, since this is Saffield song. Do you know that there is that mobile game, Ever Crisis, and in there you can see his face and play as him. They actually made a heroic version of One Wing Angel. If you didn't hear about that, and unironically, it's a banger. It's amazing. I need to play that right now. That's really good. So they actually made a heroic version. I'm actually glad that they did it. It's really good. So I'll turn on that now. It will go so well with the picture. Yeah, that was intense. That was some good shit. Like there was some good shit right there. I'm a sucker for good music. You know, he's using his beak, I guess. He's fighting with his beak. He's holding the sword in the beak. Like no, I think it's possible. Just look at Cloud. He has those thin noodle arms, and he swings the buster sword like it's a feather, like it's nothing. I just love that in Final Fantasy, anyone who uses some kind of weapon, he can just like mainly the buster sword. They just throw it at their back, and it just sticks there, or any other sword. It's like they have magnets in their bodies. Like you know, silly stuff of video game boys. He doesn't even have wings. I don't think these things. I don't think these things. What a good sentence. Where is it? I have a Cloudchic somewhere around here. Just give me a sec. No, no, no. Hold on, Sapphire jump scare. Wow. So, oh, here he is. Here's the little guy. Okay. You know, I actually don't think these are supposed to be wings. It rather looks like feathers, like differently colored feathers for decoration, but I don't think they're wings. Or at least I don't think so. I never saw Cloudchic use them as a wings in any media. I don't think they are so practically. Cloudchic is just you know, a wingless chicken. He probably had wings, but someone cut them off probably. Now that will be a very unpleasant. Oh yeah, this is actually, yeah, what a great timing. This is the Chocoboss song. A chicken song for a chicken. I swear those birds have something against me. I think they have something against me because when I was playing, you know, Final Fantasy VII original, I didn't play Mate yet because I wanted to experience the original first. But how I got to these games is a story of itself. When I was playing that game, and when I came across Chocobo, every time it pissed me off because it did something to do that. Like, you know, you had that task that you need to get a chocobo to pass that desert, and I think I got mine on like 10th day, because I got chocobo because that fucker always run away. They hate me. And when there was that chocobo, they think I got probably the worst chocobo ever in that game that existed. So of course I didn't win. I don't have that good relations relationship with them. Oh yeah, with the cactus. But that started in Final Fantasy VIII. But I guess I can tell you how I actually got to these games. Because, how to say it, my first Final Fantasy game wasn't actually 7, it was 8. Because when I was a kid, we had PlayStation 1, and on that we had Final Fantasy 8. But now, for some context, I'm Czech, so English is not my native language. And if you can't speak language in such a game, you practically can't play it. It has 4 discs. We were never able to get past the first one because you just don't know what to do when you don't know language. And so I played it for some time. It was very cool. The graphics were cool. The monsters were cool. Everything. But since you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. You just pass it on and go to some games that you can actually understand, like Spyro, Cash, and that other stuff that is more accessible for kids, even if you don't know the language. So Final Fantasy was practically some, some obscure memory in my head. I knew it existed, I knew I played it, but that's all I knew. And once in a while, I remembered the summons, those monsters you summon to fight, and that they had very cool animations when you summon them. So once in a few years, I looked at the video of them, but that's how far I went. I didn't go back to play it. But last year, but last year something happened. Let me tell you what happened. Practically Pokemon and something pissed me off so much with Scarlet and Violet that I decided I will just say fuck them. On the winter I got a Violet, played it, and I am totally done with them. Because I'm not going to buy games that are incomplete, they are trash totally. So I decided, no, I'm not going to give them any more money. That was enough, that was the last straw. And I decided to try other games. I was like, nope, I will stop giving them money, they don't deserve it. So I will look for some games from some actually good developers that know what they are doing. It was started last spring with Zelda Breath of the Wild, so I got it, and I totally loved it. I've actually just finished it this year, not so long ago, but I really liked it. But I was playing it, enjoying it, and then I was having a birthday last year in the summer. I will actually have a birthday this week again. And I told my friend that as a present from him, I want to get Ori and the Blind Forest, and just Ori, and it had a double pack, so I have both those games now. It's those games I just now want to look at. I can't get over how beautiful they are. I'm still playing them. They're finished yet because I got distracted. Oh yeah, exactly. Non-English countries. And then what happened? I think it was when autumn was starting. Yes, autumn was starting, and I just remembered I wanted to play also some other games. Some RPGs. I knew that I was interested in Xenoblade Chronicles because it looked good. It looked interesting. And people say it's good, so I will try that. But then I, for some reason, remember Final Fantasy exists, and it's stuck in my head. So I started to look for Final Fantasy VIII if it's available on Switch, and and then what happened? I found out it was in the Nintendo eShop, but I also found it as a cartridge. And now hold on, because in the Nintendo eShop it was actually it was more expensive because there was a twin pack. Then you get a cartridge of the Final Fantasy VIII. You also get 7, so 2 games for a much cheaper price. So I went with that and got those cartridges. I started to play the Final Fantasy VIII, and I stayed with the game for like 4 months. I was playing it with my friend on the New Year, and we were laughing our asses off how stupid the story is. Like that was just that was experience. And we went through a big story part, and I just wanted to try out 7 for a while, so I put it in. And then my journey started, and I spent half a year with it, and yeah, that's how I got into it. Yeah, so yeah, I practically discovered Final Fantasy and became actual fan of it because Pokemon totally screwed it up and pissed me off. And I wanted to play something actually good. And I know Final Fantasy, both those games that I have were OG on PlayStation, so graphics are kind of outdated, kind of. But you know what's the funniest part? That it's just in those games kind of similar to Scarlet and Violet. That's how much Nintendo screw up with those games. All PS1 games at some part look better than what Game Freak is putting out right now. It's really hilarious. But yeah, this is my story, how I got into Final Fantasy, how I discovered Sephiroth, how I discovered everyone hates Final Fantasy VIII, but I love 7, I understand why. But both those games were pissing me off at some moments. But I think it was really, really good. We then also got Crisis Core, but Crisis Core is totally different story. And I'm not going to say this story in these games is good. It's not. It's fucking stupid. But you know, when you get into something, you should try things. So yeah, that was a fairy tale for me about my journey with Final Fantasy. I think it will stick with me for a while. And be sure that the Nintendo be sure that Pokemon won't get any money from me until they actually learn how to make good games again. But we could be here all day talking about Scarlet Violet and how it all went downhill. Yep. Now you can bet who will win, Cloudchic or Sephiroth. Who will win? also download this theme and put it on YouTube. I think this one is purple, so I could do that. As an archiver. I also think I could make, how is it called? If I'm correct, it's called commission themes, right? So, yeah. I think I could also do that. That at some streams I could just doodle things, and when someone comes and orders something, I will start to draw that instead of streaming like now. That we have some exact thing to draw. So yeah, I could do that, like, you know, doodling streams, commission streams, so you can see how it's made in real time. I guess some people may find it fascinating when the picture you wrote is coming to life before you. Okay, good night. Good night. Good night. Dobrou noc, jak říkají lišky. Yeah, his small boots and pants. Oh god. I think this will make a very nice sticker. Also, speaking of sticker, guys, if you didn't do it yet, you can go here and check out my shop, because recently I printed stickers again. Some old, but restock because they were sold out. But unfortunately, I don't have Sephuret anymore because I printed 2 of them and someone bought both at once. So yeah, I don't have them. But considering I may make a new design or a new picture with him, I think I will also print more. But yeah, we have some stickers right now in the store. They are restocked, they are ready to be shipped. If you would be interested. Or also if you have some idea what you would like to see on the sticker. I can see he has quite a fat ass over here, so let's make it thinner. this is a tail. Yeah, I think he will make a very good design on the sticker with Sephiroth. I also made the chibi Sephiroth, so I will also paint that out. It's kind of fun too. It's actually kind of fun to make these because you know, you draw something and it stays in the computer, but if you paint it and you can actually put it on something or send it to other people and someone orders it, it's a very nice feeling because something you made is now in the physical world, and it can also make someone happy. Like, it's a very different experience than when you just draw it and it stays digital. So I hope I can paint these and someone will give them a good home. Like, yeah, it's hot over here, but I still need my evening. Even when it's hot over here, I just need my tea. Whoa. But that was a nice glitch. Let's pretend that it didn't happen. but I just can't get the ttps. God damn it. I just can't get the ttps. It always looks like so. Oh yeah, they made picture editing skills, but I don't think I'm gonna put them there. Or further in the original design. But in the original design, or is that something that they make? Oh, they were there in the original one. I guess we put them there. You know, over the time they changed the design of the characters, so they became more detailed. When you get Sephiroth, you can see that in the original he hadn't that, how to say it, bell around his waist. Yeah, this is the original design, like actually the concept art. Not concept art, but it's like the closest thing to concept art. And as you can see, it was held by just this one thing. But in the remake, for some reason, they decided he probably looks too poor or something like that, like not poor enough, and he looks poor, like poor scum. So they needed to make the design more interesting, and they edited this belt. I think it felt, and also made his hair longer. So yeah, the design changed over the time. But as I can see, those skills in Cloud's shoulder armor are always there. So I think we should add them for reverse side for consistency. Also, guys, I hope you're enjoying the comic so far. If you're actually reading it and watching it, I uploaded the image today. So I hope at least some people who come looking to this stream actually know what I'm talking about, and I make my little original like, and don't know me just for my Pokemon stuff and Fire Fantasy and fun life. I hope someone actually knows about my original stuff too. Just a snitch over. I need to exercise more. My back is so stiff. I also got a crazy idea, but I don't think it's viable because of maybe technical limitations that, I have some games. Maybe I could do more than just building. Like, I have taken 8. It's a like, that's a trailer for it, I can do don't like it. Okay. But I have it. Maybe I could stream it also, just, for laughs. For laughs, but I'm not sure if the computer will be able to handle it. It's a good machine, but streaming, streaming art is different from streaming games. So I don't know if that will be viable, but maybe we can try one day. Or maybe I could try just to see what this machine can do. It can handle it, so at least I know the limitations. Maybe. Just for fun. Also, don't play it. It's a horrible Cloudchic game. But it can be fun at the time. So maybe we can try it, but just to see what the computer can do. But in today's but it's an interesting idea. Did I want to, beat the cat? Don't ask how he's carrying it, it just sticks to his body naturally. It just sticks, don't ask me how. Also, as I said, that this theme is still kind of primitive. I should try to figure out how to set up alerts and all that useful stuff, so actually know things happen. Unlike that coffee that apparently doesn't work. I will try to look at it when I have time. We are gonna do this in some more serious way. I know that they exist. I know that Pokemon MMOs actually exist, that some people try to make them, and I know they exist, they work, but I never tried any one of them. For the most part, I was playing official games and some spin-offs, like I have New Pokemon Snap, I have Arceus, but for the most time I was playing official games, and then I tried few realm hacks. I think one of them was Pokemon Air Declared. It was not technically Pokemon Air, but ultra hard and with the mechanics at the time. But overall, I was never really that much into, fun projects of Pokemon games. I know that I was even trying Mr. Dungeon, but I never really finished it. I started, but never finished it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not interested in these things. Don't know why. It's always let's try it, but I never finish it. But that's a me problem, not the problem of the games. I'm pretty sure Mr. Dungeons are great games. Maybe I'm just not the type of a person for it. When it comes to MMOs, the only one that I was ever playing was World of Warcraft, when it was still not in the vanilla stage. I think I went through Burning Estate and Realm of the Lich King, but I think that's how far I got, and that's a very long time ago, very long time. Since then I didn't play any MMO. I also know there is a Final Fantasy MMO, and it's actually quite crashing WoW right now, but I don't think I'm interested in it. MMOs are great games, I believe that, so much that so many people had addiction to it, but the thing with MMOs is they are very time consuming, they are similar to The Sims, that if you really want to have a great time with them, you need to spend a really long time playing them, practically invest half of your life into them. And I'm not that kind of person to dedicate myself so much to the game. I just don't know, I don't find it worth it to play the game so much, because if I was a child, I would do that if I could. I would play them, but as an adult, I don't know, I just don't want to devote myself to a game. But even right now, I can play for maybe hour or two, but after that, I always get that feeling that you should be doing something productive. You should stop playing and do something again. Something productive, something that was not playing, sitting on your ass with a computer, with a controller in your hand. So even when it's not MMO, I just really, how to say it, I really monitor my time with the games. Like sometimes I could spend hours with them, but then I'm like, no, you had enough for today. No. Actually, but when it comes to Tekken 8, I always tell myself, okay, do this to yourself. You hated that game, it's so fucking stupid and broken and unfair. Why do you play it? But sometimes I was even like, I'm not touching that game again. I buy it. I got it, but it costs money, but I'm not playing it again. And of course, at the same time, I return to it. It's a love-hate relationship. And then I'm playing, I finished 507, 8, now Crisis Core. I still have a Crisis to play, but that is a stupid mobile gacha game that I'm playing on the computer. And for some reason I'm actually spending time with it, I don't know why. I will never give them any money, because I think spending money on the mobile games or microtransactions in any game is fucking stupid and predatory. So I'm not going to give them a single check count. No. But I'm still spending time with it. I don't know why. It's a bad game, also bad. But I'm like, well, if I don't give them money, I can still have fun with it. So for free, why not? I think that enjoying a mobile gacha game without actually giving them any money is quite an eye. Not everyone is able to do that. Well, it can be played, but the truth is, if you don't buy anything, you are horribly limited compared to people who are paying. There's actually a specific word for this kind of people who are willing to spend a lot of money on mobile games and games that have microtransaction, even if it's not mobile. Those people I call whales, because they're the ones that keep the game alive, because they are willing to spend money, a lot of money, like really anything they can buy, they buy. And most people don't pay. Most people, like 90% of people who play those games don't pay. So they are making money off those who are willing to pay, but I'm not one of them. And you can feel it, like you can have fun with it, but you can feel that you are restricted, like quite restricted compared to those who pay. But on the other hand, as a responsible adult, you should be able to for yourself. It just a game, just a stupid game that I will lay off in some time, never touch it again. And I don't want to remember it and think, I spent so much money on it and practically got nothing in return because that money is gone and I'm not playing it anymore. That's why I never buy anything in the games that is with your money, because it's stealing. Let's be real. Looking data behind the paintball is practically stealing. You're stealing from people who are kids. Mainly it's targeted at kids or people who don't know the real value of money, and you know, are going to spend them on useless stuff. Like, of course, it's your money, you can do anything with it, but I think there are much more reasonable ways to spend it than on a mobile game or any game that requires additional money to actually play. Like Ever Crisis Final Fantasy is like, as I said, you can play it, but you will be restricted. You can't get wallpapers, you can get better weapons, you can get means to get better weapons, gear. It's practically a lock behind the table. And it totally depends on you if you want to spend your hard-earned money to buy it or not. It's totally up to you, it's optional, but if you die, it's kind of discriminatory against you. But on the other hand, Ever Crisis is that kind of game that is free. It's a free game. You can download it and play it without ever spending a single coin on it. But Tekken 8 and other games like it are different story, because they are fully priced title that you have to pay for it. So no, right now I think the official price for a AAA game is like $70. I didn't buy it for a full price. It was at a discount in one of the Czech gaming shops, so I got it cheaper. But I think you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it to even play. And what did they do? Of course they added shop. Like, of course there is a game currency that you can buy things with, but there is also a shop with real money. And if you don't pay for a season pass, you won't get a new characters. There's already one that's been locked behind paintballs. And that's not all. There's just a season pass. If you don't get season pass, you don't get new characters. And if you don't spend even more money in the shop on the single items, then the summer outfits are locked away. So not only you are paying for the game, you are also paying for the season pass, and if you want really ever totally for competition, you have to pay even more money on single items in the shop. Like, there is one costume for one of my characters that I like. I would really like to have it, but I'm not going to spend $5 on a bunch of data that should be available to me to get currency. That's the, like, you know, just no one, like, so I'll just say, I'm a responsible adult. I just don't want to see my money flushed away in someone's pocket just because they locked away the costumes and other things. It's very discriminatory against people who don't pay, and I'm going to sound like an old boomer. I know I am going to. But when I was a kid, you know, you just bought a game and you had everything. But today everything is lip service, everything stinks with microtransactions, season passes. Like, season pass is something nobody likes. No one likes season passes. Yes, piracy is good at some point. Like, you know, Czech Republic, the kingdom of computer pirates. Like they're so good at pirating, and at some point I think it's justified to have a big like real check about things. Oh, but I have to show you something because when I was talking about season passes, you know how it works. You do stuff, you get points. For those points, you get rewards, and in Tekken, you can get things like stuff for avatar, character, customization, and then there is a Tekken ball. It's a mode where you punch a ball, and and if you have paid season pass, you will get the best reward ever. If you are paying season pass in Tekken, you will get just something totally amazing. You will get this. Let me remind you that season pass in this game is is $40 for 1 year. This is what you get for your $40 per year. You get a wide ball that looks like it can right out from the Blender software. Like people are having such a shitstorm about this, and I don't know. I was showing it to some of my friends. They all think it's hilarious. It's totally hilarious that for $40 and you get this. Just no, but I can make it better. I can make it better. Now, no, this is now this is your $40 season pass. As I said, as I said, if you want to spend your hard-earned money on anything, it's your choice. But I think there is much better way to spend your money than a Blender white ball. If someone would tell me, what do you want? Do you want some premium stuff in your stupid game that you already paid for, or do you want a figure in a physical figure of some character? I would always pick a figure. Well, that was my little rant. That was my thoughts on the modern day gaming. We're kind of fucked, if I'm being honest. We're kind of fucked because I came from the days of Sega, PlayStation 1. When the games were made were released completely, we didn't have several parts of one game. Like Final Fantasy 7 is now going to have it's going to have like how many? Maybe 3 parts, 4 before it's finished. So yeah, gaming is fucked. It's fucked like movies. It's fucked like everything, and I miss those days when games were just games. Today, games are not games; they are business. Games are practically now just the business to make more money. So I'm not happy about it. But don't forget to get your $40 ball. It's worth it. Everyone tell you it's worth it. Of course it's worth it. And as I said, Tekken 8 is like $70, and the game it's glitched as fuck. it's not as bad as Scarlet and Violet. No, nothing is bad as Scarlet and Violet when it comes to the gist. But it's glitch as fuck. Like the online is very unstable. Everything is glitch, and they are even asking you for more money in microtransaction just because they can. Because who cares if it works? It doesn't matter if it works. It does money. Who cares if it doesn't work? That sounds like that guy from the Robocop. Okay, it killed so many people. Who cares if it didn't work? Looks like we have somewhere the hole in the limelight. I think it's here. If you have hole in the limelight, then everything, nothing works. Let's see. Yeah, now it's our Cloudchic is slowly coming to life now. Yeah, exactly. When games were for gamers, nerds, gamers, people who actually just like gaming, it was all fine. When, but then it became mainstream and everything just went down to hell. It's the same with internet overall, YouTube, everything. When it was mainly people who just love having fun and loved things for what they were, it was good. It was fine. It was nice. But then mainstream audience came. Everything became mainstream. Everything just became a mean to make money. That's when things got bad. I just moved on place. It was just better. I actually kind of pity people who were not born in, before this age of internet, because they will never know what it was like. Like the old internet was a totally different place. Everything wasn't owned by 3 companies in total. It was all a very different place. Very. No. Is he going to be normal Cloudchic or shiny Cloudchic? Because, well, I think he should be shiny because Chocobos are mostly yellow, so I think he should be shiny. Yeah, shiny. Oh, good. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very stupid idea. It's practically, how to say, it's practically, it's a shit post practically. What I made, this idea, it's practically shit post, but I kinda like how it looks. I think it turned out very well actually. For such a stupid idea, I think it turned out quite well. I need better picture. Better iPhone. Also, reminder guys, if you're virginess, you can support me down there on the Coffee. There's a link, or you can get some stickers in my shop. That's also a support. This also will be a sticker when it's done, together with Sofuyet. All the links are, under the stream, and also if you like the music, you can find it in the playlist. So a small reminder that you can support my silly art, my silly life. I don't earn many people. My art is my main form of making some income, making money. So any possible help helps. If you like my silly art. Also, Claude is poor, so no materia here, nothing. He's poor. He's a poor chicken. Is it so bad? It should be. I think it should be still. I don't know. Why is it so bad? I don't know why it got loaded. Because I didn't touch it, so. But again, each video has a different volume, so maybe that's why I didn't really touch it. That may be the problem, but growing pains. I hope that every other stream will be better over time, but still testing. Right now, I'm just happy it ends at Sunday. Yeah. So, what do I need here? Yeah, I will need to work on that. I think the mic is it's the biggest issue right now because I'm using the mic on the headset. I might get some better mic to do this because it doesn't look like the quality is that great. Otherwise, I don't know why it's why the volume of the voice is so loud. I don't know. I have it right next to my mouth. There is nothing else in here that it should be noticing. I don't know. It's why it's so loud. I will try to work on it somehow. So it's so it's more comfortable for you to listen. This is so fucking stupid. Too stupid. I don't think it's the wage issue. I think it's just my issue. I think it's a fault in my equipment. I don't think it has anything to do with Twitch. Because when I'm looking at Streamlabs, I can see the mic, and the volume never goes as high as it should. It never goes even to the half of the byte. So I think it's not in the Twitch. I think it's my equipment. So probably a better mic would fix it. Probably. I should try to look into that. I don't know how many people were here when I was talking about it the first time, but yeah, I was thinking that I could actually make also commission streams. So when you come here, order something on the stream, and I will start to do it. Until then, I would be doodling something, and then when someone orders something, I will stop, and I will start doing your commission. Because I know people do it, and it sounds like a fun idea because you can actually see the thing, starting to exist in front of your eyes. So yeah, that would be fun. So I may also do that. Over time, everything over time. Because I'm still starting. I did a few streams already, but still figuring things out. And also, if you want to support me, my coffee is down there. It's the link is under the stream window, and you can give a one-off donation, or you can become a member, and that's even more valuable because I need to raise my monthly income. So yeah, but that would be great if you feel generous and you think I deserve it. Oh, yeah, I used to make speed paints. I don't make them anymore, but I used to. But I think streaming is more fun overall. After all, Twitch is so kind. It actually saves the stream, and I can download it and put it on YouTube. So I will do that. That's actually a very nice feature. Since the video doesn't stay on the Twitch itself, but we can salvage it and put it somewhere else. After I'm done with this, I'm going to bed. It's been so long since I was streaming in the night. I'm not used to it anymore, so I'm going to bed after this. Also, oh yes, about the membership on Coffee, you actually get rewards for that. It's not just subscribe to me and get nothing in return. You get rewards like commission sales, and you also get you particularly get a ticket for monthly dealings. When you go, when you are a monthly member, you support me every month. And in return, you get things like commission sales, so every commission is cheaper for you, and you also get a free drawing each month. And it, as I said, it really helps. It does. I may also put more rewards on. Now that I'm seeing maybe something stream related, or I might actually put those stickers as rewards for the membership. They are still a new thing, and I was thinking about it. So maybe I could use them also as a reward for people who subscribe to me monthly. I think that would be a nice reward. I think it's done. Try to not avoid. I guess that's it for the stream. It's already it's already 23 over here, so 11 p.m. I guess. So yeah, and this was like a first purpose stream at the evening. The previous were more like test ones. I will upload this to YouTube just to archive it because Twitch will generate the video, but it won't keep it. It will delete it. So I want to archive it. Then, since there is also a visible chat, we can also archive the chat this way. That's cool. But yeah, this was something. I didn't do this for a very long time. So yeah, that's Cloudchic. This butler with Sakuya. Now we can type Google in. And I'm going to bed. So guys, thanks for coming. We will do this again soon. I will try to stream as often as I can. As often as possible, I will try. And thank you so much for coming. It means a lot. But oh wait, I just I forgot him. Wait. Oh. Just to add some like details, I forgot. I will try to stream as much as possible, so I can get used to it again and get better than the last time I was doing it, because that was terrible. I guess that's also why I stopped. So yeah, I will be trying. Maybe this can also help me somehow to make my life better overall. Now, I knew there was something to think. Something. Yeah, now it's finished. Thank you. Thank you. You both, thank you for coming. Thank you. Again, I will put the whole stream on the YouTube, so it's okay. And again, thank you everyone who came. It means a lot. It means a lot that you are going to spend some time with me and watch me do my silly art. Like silly art. This is practically shit posting art for him. If you want to support me in any way, links are under the stream. If you donate on Twitch, or you can donate me on Coffee one time, or you can buy a sticker for me. This one will be made into a sticker as well, or you can become you want to support me in any way, you can do so there on my Ko-fi. That's the best way to support me, so I can make more art and make my life better. I hope so. I really do. But again, thank you so much for coming, and we will see each other again. I hope soon. I will try to stay as much as possible. So thank you, and good night or good day. For me, it's good night, and I'm going to bed.